So why are we even doing this, right? I think there are a few reasons. One is, I mean, many of you been in the BI world, as I said, would be very much familiar with this. There is just way too much of, what we call as the by metrics, too many dashboards and KPIs, charts, and think, in some places there are like more dashboards than the number of people. I mean, way too many, and each one of them take their own time to build it. If you have to really make a change to it, I think it becomes a project that is, it just goes on and on and on, and then becoming extremely painful, right? And the information access, it's still way too technical. I mean, in the sense, it is not that much closer to the business users or people who, I mean, you still need to be familiar with some of these underlying technologies to consume this. That's why we are kind of saying, why can't we just make it extremely simple, which is just by communicating in language, or rather, in simple English terms, right? And this one, I think, this cycle in terms of how we produce and consume information, right? So this cycle just goes on and on. I think in many places, for people to get access to information, it's like, finding the right data source, getting that answer, and then, I mean, usually the answers lead to more questions, and then till we have all the information for us to make a decision, right? I think this cycle kind of, especially finding the data source and then getting the answers, um, in terms of getting new projects, or I think it just goes on and on. It takes extremely painful amount of time. So, and again, just to put it in a different format, we call it as if it is the infinite loop of data and BI. User has an information need. It's like, then how do they really go about it? It's like, open a project, you bring in the data elements, and then you add another metric, and then it just goes back again. There is one, I have the data for 6 months, I don't have it anything beyond this. Okay, can we really increase it time frame, right? Or I don't have this data attribute. Okay, let's just add the data attribute and then create another metric. I think this cycle kind of goes on, and then one of the primary reasons for the data and BI projects to take a lot more time.